Hello, good morning students. Today we'll do a chapter 7 air and water. As you know children, we need energy to do work. You know from where do we get this energy? We get energy from food that we eat. But in addition to food, we need two things to survive on earth, that are air and water. So today we'll study in detail about air and water. Now you know air is all around us. It forms a blanket around the earth that makes life possible. This blanket of air is called as atmosphere. This atmosphere is having 5 layers. First layer is troposphere. This is the lowermost layer that extends till 20 kilometers. Now 75% of all the air is present in this layer only, and 99% of water vapor is present. What do we call water vapor? That is humidity. And all weather changes takes place in troposphere. Our next layer is stratosphere. That is the second layer. It extends from 20 kilometers to 50 kilometers. Ozone layer that protects us from harmful ultraviolet rays, that is also present in stratosphere, and jet planes fly in this layer. Third layer is mesosphere. It extends from 50 kilometers to 85 kilometers above the earth's surface, and meteorites that come in contact with earth's atmosphere burns here, and meteors are called as shooting stars also. So meteoroids that enter the earth's surface, they are called as meteors. So this layer protects us from meteoroids also. Next layer is thermosphere. This layer is the fourth layer. Air is not dense. As you know, as we go up, the air becomes thinner. So space shuttles orbit in this layer. Our last layer is exosphere. This is the fifth or the outermost layer, and it extends till outer space. Air is very thin here, and this layer protects us from meteors. Now why is atmosphere essential? Atmosphere gives us so many types of gases like oxygen. It gives us for breathing. Carbon dioxide, that is needed for plants for photosynthesis to make food. And ozone layer, as we have just discussed, it absorbs ultraviolet rays and protects us. It helps in maintaining temperature on the earth, helps in maintaining water cycle also. Okay, now what is the composition of the air? What is air made up of? Air is basically a mixture of gases. It is having so many types of gases, and the largest component of air is nitrogen. It is 78%, and the other gas is 21%, that is oxygen. And there are other gases also present like argon, helium, neon, hydrogen, ozone, carbon dioxide. These constitute 1%. So these are all gases that are present in our atmosphere. Now what are the uses of air? As we have just discussed, it helps us to breathe. We can fill air in balloons, tires, football. Oxygen is required for breathing and burning also. We can't lit a candle without oxygen. If oxygen is there, then only burning is possible. Carbon dioxide is required for plants for photosynthesis, and nitrogen, that is the major constituent that is required for the growth of the plants. Now air is having dust and smoke also. When smoke and fog is mixed, it forms smog. In winters you must have seen thick layer of smog. In that case we are having low visibility, we are not able to see because of this smog. So these are all uses of air. You can see in this picture all these are uses of air. So next, properties of air. What are the properties? Everything is having properties. So air occupies space. You know, anything like any matter occupies space. So air is also a matter. It occupies space. It has weight also. It has mass. And air exerts pressure also. Now how we can tell that air exerts pressure? It is having, air pressure is having so many uses. We can fill ink in fountain pens. We can fill medicine in syringes. You can sip cold drink with the help of straw. These all are happening because of air pressure, and hand pump also function because of air. So this was all about the air. Now our next topic is water. You know, 70% of the earth's surface is covered with water. That is why, you know, earth is called as blue planet. Now if we talk about pure water is not having any color, any taste or smell. It is the universal solvent. Universal solvent means most of the things can be mixed in water. So this is the reason it is called as universal solvent. And it exists in three forms: solid, liquid and gas. And what is the solid state of water? Ice. Liquid state water. And what is the gaseous state? It is steam. And water boils at 100 degrees Celsius and freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. And it is used as coolant also in vehicles. Now if we are not having always the pure water, if rain is coming, it is a pure form of water, but when it comes down, it is having impurities also with it. So water can have impurities also, and we are having two types of impurities: soluble and insoluble. Soluble impurities means that can be mixed in water, and insoluble impurities means that cannot be mixed in water, like sand. And insoluble impurities, you can see salt. Now we can remove insoluble impurities with the help of three processes: filtration, sedimentation and decantation. Now what is filtration? In filtration, as you can see in this figure, we can use a filter paper and we can take a keep, we can put water with the help of beaker, and with the help of filter paper all the insoluble impurities will be filtered here, and in the beaker we can have the pure water. Now next process is, once the water is filtered, now the next process is sedimentation. Sedimentation means whatever water is filtered, we have to keep it in a beaker for some time. Then the solid impurities settle down at the bottom. Now slowly, if we take that water in another container, that process is called as decantation. So we are having three processes for removing these types of impurities: filtration, sedimentation and decantation. Now we have to remove the soluble impurities also. Soluble impurities can be removed by evaporation and distillation. You all must be knowing evaporation, when liquid state is converted into vapor state. So with the help of evaporation we can remove soluble impurities. Next is distillation. Distillation is the process in which liquid is converted into vapor state. Then again, due to the process of condensation, it can be converted into pure form of liquid. This is the distillation process. So once the water is boiled, and then again it is condensed, cooled, and then we get the pure water. And in this way we can get the distilled water also. And distilled water is having so many types of uses. It can be used in injections, medicines, car battery, but it is not good for drinking because it is not having salts. Now we have to purify water, whatever we are drinking at home also. These days you must have seen in your houses also, you must be having filters, purifiers like aquaguards, purates. So why we have to purify the water? If we will not purify the water, we can have so many types of diseases like cholera, jaundice, etc. So we have to purify the water, and you will be surprised to know that 90% of the diseases are because of impure water. So water has to be cleaned. In cities also, water treatment plants are there where chlorination is done. In this process, chlorine tablets are added to kill germs, and then water is sent to our houses. So we have to drink clean water to be healthy. Okay? Thank you.